Ryan Davies to get us underway with the first break. Last time he hit a break, he made a golden break. It got them going in the first match. Unfortunately for them, it was at 3-0 down. And this time the 8-ball barely moves, and the cue ball flies in.
Yeah. Sort of a look of bewilderment there for Aaron. Wasn't a straight in off, it's what we call a slightly unlucky one. It's cannoned off a couple of balls and gone into the centre. If you were to break and go straight in the middle pocket without touching anything, that, for me, the cardinal sin of breaks.
Which, of course, he did earlier on in the match, in the opener. But he hasn't got the power driven through there, so there's not really opened up. How do you feel, Tony, about the reds don't look great, even though you got the red over the pocket, but my thinking is, could you take a yellow, come down, play the loss of turn and get the snooker?
Yeah, I like that, yeah.
I'm not sure if the yellows are far enough above the break line to be able to do that, but you could have gone the other side of it, played it into the middle, and come down, and then you play a controlled loss of turn with a snooker, and you've got control of the frame. If the finish is what you're looking for, though, reds were the option for the finish. It's worth pointing that out, with the red over the pocket. And now that one's been played, you can now start to see a route out.
Does the red not go to the middle, no? They just play, nobody feel comfortable with it.
That's a nice touch. Well, I thought they were on the red to bottom left, but they must be very happy with this plant to the centre.
Well, Rab McCullough there went for power. Wanted to try and push the second red over so to leave Ronan an easier shot, but we'll have another look. It's gone straight into the knuckle.
The problem was that they played on the plant, but with no way of getting onto the next ball. If they make the plant, you know, just natural, they're stuck to the ball there, and he tried to sort of force through it. Slow start for the night for the Northern Irish pairing continues, and an opportunity here for Aaron and Ryan to take away this opening Scotch frame. Could develop the one on the cushion if they want to.
I like that shot because you just bump that over the middle bag and you will hold for the other yellow into the corner. In fact, he's going with the one at the bottom of the table. Either or
makes life that little bit easier, doesn't it?
Well, you're always going to hold on the yellow ball that's at the, you know, into the bottom left, which they're playing now. Aaron would have probably liked Ryan to have come back a tad further, but it's okay. Never any doubt that Aaron was going to steer that cue ball through the gap of yellow and black.
The red between the two yellows on the right hand side is awkward enough that you feel like you've got to go right centre here, because you don't want to connect those two together. I mean, you can, but you want to be perfect on it.
No, you play the one in the... well, he's not going to. I was going to say play the one in the centre, leave an angle with the one at the top.
Well, let's see. Are they going to... I suppose they could just drop through here and take it in the opposite centre, go short side. You can't get them both in the same pocket, it doesn't look like. Pull back for it in the corner. That'll do just as well. Yeah, very nice this. It's all very well getting a nice open opportunity after your opponent's missed 4 balls in, but you still got to take them and start the match off well. The tone was set poorly in their opening match on the Scotch frame. This time they get the victory.
Well, the 2 players that came here last night to practice and get ready are the ones at the moment with the alarm bells ringing.
Yeah, they're struggling right now. Loser of this match is out. There's nothing they can do.
Frame 2.
And obviously, we're only 1 frame in, but they are behind.
Another crunching break from Rab McCullough.
That was his controlled break, not his extreme power break. Still look at the power he gets. Little fortunate with the cue ball there, although I think he'd have been unfortunate had it gone in. It got a little nudge towards that corner pocket as well.
Yeah, he gets those balls moving around the table with very little effort. Doesn't want that to go in.
Red balls in play.
He's still on a red, but in an ideal world, if that stayed over the bag, it made things much easier.
It's a good recovery, especially if he's on the red to top right here.
Perfect pace once again. For me, I prefer to take the red in the middle, get back to around there for that red, and then try and pot that red guide off the bottom rail, or top rail, should I say, and through the gap of the yellows and down for the black. So, in fact, he might be able to screw straight over to the side rail, even straight back if he can borrow a bit.
Looks like he's going to top it through off 1 or 2. Well, he didn't quite
It
get
didn't look
through
like
it.
he had that angle from where I'm sat.
All of a sudden, this is a trickier 8 ball than he was thinking.
Yeah. I'd have kind of liked to have just been over by that left-hand middle playing into the other corner, but here we go. And a great finish there from Rab McCullough. Levels things up.
Used every single millimetre of that pocket, but it went in, so no issues for Rab. Nice finish, gets them on the board. We're all square after 2. Now handed over to Ronan Fay, and Aaron Davies will be Aaron with the break. He's having a hot and cold night on the break so far. 1 scratched, 1 dry, 1 golden. What's he got for us next?
Aaron Davies to break.
It's a bit more like it for Aaron on the break. Much more even split of the table. The yellow along the top cushion is no problem, but he's pretty much flat on the top cushion, so he's not going to get perfect on the next ball.
Yeah, it's one of the yellows going in the middle next, probably. Well, he managed to get it out a little bit.
Yeah, just that little half turn is enough, wasn't it?
And this really should be the frame for Aaron. He's got the yellow down the rail, but a yellow that's very nicely near it to help him get perfect position.
Yeah, he can get straight in on the yellow to left centre. He'll be nice on the one on the cushion. He can pick the angle he wants to again come down the table.
think I try and get the cue ball tight to the rail here, so I have the angle way the cue was coming away. He's gone the other way.
Basically anything but straight.
Correct. I just prefer to have the cue ball on the rail and just roll it and have that natural angle to bring the cue ball out for the last yellow. I think this is a tougher shot, because I think you've got to play it a little bit more pace.
Well, it's still a very surprising miss. A very surprising miss for Aaron. He missed one in that pocket earlier on as well, and when he was trying to make a clearance quickly towards the end of his first match. Big mistake. Not really anything in the way here for Ronan. Was a little short though.
Yeah, he's definitely playing to go onto the red for the bottom right hand corner. He's, like you say, Simon, he's landed a bit short and having to reroute now and go into the middle. Well, cue ball is running wild.
Yeah, what are we seeing out there? I think we're seeing just some strange decision making, really. That, you know, if he was playing for the one in the corner, he was a long way short. But even if he was playing for one in the middle, he was a long way short. And he almost screws in off there.
Is it a bit of nerves out there because they know who's, you know, if you get beat here, you're gone?
I'm not sure, but they made a couple of mistakes as a combination in the first match that were more mental than they were execution. And yeah, it's been a slightly strange, stuttering performance so far. When he finished that far short, I thought he was just going to drop that in and take the cue ball up and down. Maybe he felt he was hitting the red on the middle of the table. And, well, tries to make the thing clip and no good. So another gift for the Davies brothers.
Yeah, very surprising there from Ronan. Both himself and Rab looking a little bit deflated over there in that corner. Aaron now just going to play this yellow. He'll put a bit of right hand side on the cue ball now off into that side rail. He puts the right hand side on so he can guide it away from that red that's in the centre of the table, come the other side of it. And that's perfect.
Another frame that swings both ways. Aaron will be disappointed he didn't clear those up first visit, but he's very thankful to get a second opportunity, and Ronan will be very disappointed. That was pretty wide open for him to just mop those up. Really wasn't too much of a challenge for him. It just shows you in this game, you go out a line a fraction here or there, and all of a sudden you're chasing to get it back, and strange things can happen.
So Rab McCullough steps up in frame number 4. Is he going to unleash the beast in his big break? No, there's plenty in the tank for Rab on his break. You won't be pleased with that either.
Dry. We are back to the Scotch frame, playing together. Alternate shots. These look doable on the reds. They really do look doable. Only thing is the plant is just being nicely on it, bottom right. Everything's kind of got a home here.
Lost the cue ball there. Didn't mean to clip off that red. He thought he was going to slide behind it.
It was Aaron's mistake, really, though. I know Ryan's gone in off, but Aaron got his line slightly wrong, and red came flying away when he played the plant, and too much angle on the next ball as well. So errors from both brothers. Got them as they want them right now. That was a nice shot, just a delicate bit of control. Wasn't the greatest of angles for Rab, had a bit too much there.
See, Ronan's come round to look to see if the black goes past the red. That should have been Rab's job, shouldn't it?
Oh, and the 15 seconds catches him. Because he'd gone round the table, did they say do? You know, Rab was there, he could have let him know that it did or it didn't. And he's then running around and playing the shot before he's really down on it. And the straight ball gets missed by Ronan Fay. It's been their night tonight. They've just been a bit stuttering. They've not quite found a rhythm or a flow. Aaron thought he'd missed that for a second. He stayed down on the shot. Certainly looked like it was going to potentially just hit the jaw and stay up.
That was nicely played there by Aaron. Simple 8-ball now for Ryan. 3-1, and they're looking good at the end of this.
3-1 with 1:40 left on the match clock. It's a very strong place to be, and another one that Ronan Fay and Rab McCullough will look back on and have huge regret. One that's got away again. Remember, loser of this match can no longer make it through tonight. They will have one more match to play, but loser of this match will be out. Winner still have very high hopes. Need the results to go their way. But if they can win their final game, it could be enough to go through or make a 6 red.
Frame 5. Aaron Davies to break. Leading 3 frames to 1.
Pretty nice for Aaron. 8 balls guarded. So yellows will be the option because they can all clear.
Yes, looking like Rab McCullough and Ronan Fay fates are sealed.
Into the final 45 seconds we go. You feel the only thing left to decide in this match is, will they get to 4-1 or will it finish 3-1 with the clock running out? It's all on Aaron. The match is essentially over right now. Final 10 seconds. Will he bother running around the table for the 8-ball or not? Absolutely not. Wins the match 3-1. Job done there in the final frame by Aaron Davies. Much better performance this time from the Davies brothers. It was the same stuttering performance from Ronan Fay and Rab McCullough, who can no longer progress. We have lost one of our 4 partnerships. Up next, after the break, we will see the winners of our first 2 matches go head-to-head in match 4.